complex, well, the story isn't complex or even very long, but a broker's life's a selfless one for helping everyone. If you find the eternal family tent, you'll find our hero there. But Twill's the man to get it done, just sit down in his chair. You'll have seen him in Varushka and you've seen him up and down. He just passed through the marches and the league as he has done. There'll be wains needed aplenty, so we'll always have a job. But wherever you go, we'll always know about Twill's Trading Hub. See, our hero had a vision of murder knives galore, so temptation and prosperity came rasping at the door. Much materials were needed though, and in the fastest snap, 'cause what Navari wouldn't give the chance to give alone a slap. You'll have seen him in Varushka and you've seen him up and down. He just passed through the marches and the league as he has done. There'll be wains needed aplenty, so we'll always have a job. But wherever you go, we'll always know about Twill's Trading Hub. Was made to all of us to help him in his plight, but the time was shortly running out, the chance was taking flight. But Navari, our crafty lot, and help was all around, so the Senate passed a motion with the title Twill was crowned. You'll have seen him in Varushka and you've seen him up and down. He just passed through the marches and the league as he is done. There'll be wains needed aplenty, so we'll always have a job. But wherever you go, we'll always know about Twill's Trading Hub. Sits atop his throne, the Murder Mountain King, with potions and with antidotes and blades that really sting. So let's thank our humble hero for selflessness and all. Let the money come in and the money go out and the dance go on and on. You'll have seen him in Varushka and you've seen him up and down. He just passed through the marches and the league as he has done. There'll be wains needed aplenty, so we'll always have a job. But wherever you go, we'll always know about Twill's Trading Hub. You've seen him in Varushka and you've seen him up and down. He just passed through the marches and the league as he is done. There'll be wains needed aplenty, so we'll always have a job. But wherever you go, we'll always know about Twill's Trading Hub. Wherever you go, we'll always know about honest Twill's gardening supplies.
Oh, right then. Hello, Syndicate. You're in early. Okay. This is what we're going to be doing today. I have spent a little bit of time trying to figure out how this will be done, but I think I've got it pretty much sorted now. We've got a top-down view here with a light if needs be. We have our secondary camera here, which also has a light right behind it, which is just my normal ring light. And we've got some small snips, some files, and some water for the paints. Hello, Jasmine, you're here as well? And you are awake this time. Good stuff. Okay, so this is what we got. Standard Stormcast Eternals paint set. I got this. I think I got it off the Warhammer website. Yeah, I got it off the Warhammer website a good long while ago, just when we started doing the Warhammer stuff. And I just thought, well, fuck it, we might as well, because it'll make a damn good stream. I've never really done anything like it, so fuck it. Into the deep end, let's see what happens. I'm not going to prime these, I'm just going to paint straight on. I'm using this kind of as the instructions, so I'll have that off to one side. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get this open and get started. I am super excited about it. I woke to find my internet service provider is down and I have no internet. Oh my giddy aunt, that's never good. I'm good, man. I'm good. I've nothing really happened this morning. Just chilling, playing some Apex. Standard stuff. I'll put this over here-ish so I can kind of... Oh, God, where do I put this? I'll put this here. So, it comes with all 6 paints and all of these and a starter brush as well, just in case. Well, just in case. Fucking believe it. Cool. First things first, get them out of the sprues. Piece them together. There is stuff on the back here that shows how it goes together and all that shit, so I can't possibly fuck this up. He said out loud, knowing full fucking well. They have numbers as well, but I'm not too sure what they coincide with. So forgive me on figuring this out as we go. I think it kind of goes 1, 2, 3, I guess. Fuck it. Right, we'll start with number 1. Where's number 1? Number 1 is here. So I've been told to get as close to the actual thing as possible. And then just cut the sprue. Oh, shit, sorry. I've got to remember I've got the camera here for a reason. And yeah. I was curious as to whether or not I'd be able to get this sorted with knives, but apparently Twitch don't like knives. So there's one out, pretty close, but not too bad. There we are. It's one piece. Now I'm assuming we look for number 3. There's 2 3s here. Oh, that's 13. 13? Nani? Nani the fuck? There's nothing else in here, is there? No instructions and shit like that. Okay. There's 3 different poses. So this one is the first pose. Alright. Shit. Let's look for a number... That's number 8. Let's try number 2. There's a number 2. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. Forgive me as well. Tell me if I'm doing things wrong. Because otherwise I'll have no idea what you're gonna do. Sorry as well, my hands... Oh, Jesus. Let's try it this way. There we go. That's that one out as well. Let's see, do they line up? They do, I guess, yeah, with a bit of... Yeah, a bit of sanding. I'm sure that will go brilliantly. Alright, so that's 1 and 2. So now I need like the tabard thing, which I thought would be 3, but actually might not be. So this is, he's kind of, I'm looking at the pictures and trying to figure out which one it is from there. And this one on the front is leaning on his shield, so he'll have his, need to have his arm. It's not that one. 4. That's the doozy. It is 4. Okay. Cool. Let's give this a go. Ooh. Ooh, that was close. Almost cut. It's this one that I'm looking at here. Come on. Focus up. There we are. I almost cut it just a bit above where I was supposed to, but I think I did that right. And then I could just cut the entire chunk off, but No. Okay. I could bend that, I guess. Yes. Let's check these are all still good. That will fit in there fine. And then that goes over the top of that. Now it just needs an arm, which I'm assuming is that, number 5. Right, so I guess it is actually, numbered 1 through 5 for a fucking reason. There, and flip it over, get it there. That should be 3. Yes, but also kind of not 3. God, didn't think it was going to be this. Well, I knew it was going to be this fiddly, but Okay, so then that's done. I can get the base cut like that. Just put that to one side for a second and let's build this up. So this on here, it won't fit right now because it needs a bit of cutting down. And then this on here, that also works. Then this on here, that works. And then them two there. Wait, no, them two there, because then there's that little slot. Oh shit, little slot on the bottom. I think I'm a little bit, my default is dead center here, which is the center of my desk. So I'm having to move myself a little bit more than I'm used to. Let's get myself right underneath here. Okay, then that should fit in there perfectly. Cool. All right, so we've done one. We'll cut one out at least. I tell you what, let's get them all out. So I'll put this over to one side, just over here, so all the pieces are together. And I need to try and keep them all together. So that was number 6 at the end there. So now we go to 7. 7 here. I think the reason... Oh, are you painting to an accurate look, or are you just going to get creative and design your own? Well, I'm pretty much going to try and paint it to be close, but I'm more kind of going along the lines of if I enjoy it or not. I'm happy to take constructive liberties and creative liberties. So I'm probably going to end up doing that shit, but I just want to be able to do it and enjoy the process of doing it. Because if I can enjoy the process, fuck, I might do more of this. That was number 7, and we go to number 8, which is over here. So yeah, if I enjoy it, if I end up having fun, then I'll definitely be doing more of this. Especially, I think maybe... My thought process originally was... do the Tomb King's campaign, and then immediately after that, do a Tomb King's mini. However, to my very, very much hatred, they're not really doing any more Tomb King stuff. Like, they've got old models, but nothing... Well, they do exist, but fuck me, I'm not paying 125 quid for a War Sphinx. No matter how cool it is. That was 8. It's now 9, which is right next to it. Oh, that's nice. I'll wait till you've painted a part and give you my verdict on what I would have done. That's fine, man. I am already going out and saying that I am shit at painting. After 4 years worth of special effects degree where I should have done a lot of decent painting. I didn't really at all. I sucked pretty hard at it. And that about there. I don't know what it is. I just, oddly enough, I feel like it's the small shit that I'm bad at painting, which is probably why I'm doing this now, because like, you know, if I can take pleasure and pride in doing the small bits now, then I might have some hope. Fuck, I assume that's right. But I've also got quite a bad habit of forcing shit and breaking it. Also, I think I might have got a little bit too much here. So that's 3. I think that's pretty much... Hang on. Nah, this bastard's got a shield. Alright, and that's... I'm assuming... 10, then 11. Okay, cool. I'm not going for stupidly accurate. This isn't going to be part of a high-spec army. This is just a beginner trying to figure out whether or not this is good fun. And if it is cracking. I'd love to do more, actually. Like, if we do an entire Warhammer campaign, and then afterwards we got this, you know, the stream of me fucking butchering the model of it. I feel like that would be quite funny. However, I'm sure there's a lot of people who'd just be like, absolutely not. And that fits on there, cool. And then that goes in there. Alright, sweet. That's another one done. I haven't done anything proper light. I still need to sand some edges. This makes it quite easy as to what goes where. I just need to be stupid careful in getting this shit out. Fucking not the best. Well, not the best. Have I already done that one? That's probably why I was finding it difficult, and that's probably why I twiddled them around in the first place. Oh dearie me. Okay, now this I'm assuming is like right here. Yeah, we can always sand down if it's too much. Okay. Let's get... Wait. Huh? That one said 3, so... Oh, is it a different head? It fucking is as well. Yeah, you can have one with the crown and one without, and I went straight for the one without. Well, fuck, we're going to have the crown with it. Let's not get silly now. Okay, so I've got an extra Swede, if needs be. I'll pop all this on, keep it together, and I'll keep that over here to one side. So 3's useless. Lowest number would be 12, so this one here. Okay. Got to try and remember to kind of keep my... If I can keep my elbows on the table, it means you guys can see it as well. Although it's not really that interesting. I might just put it down here. Actually, that works a ton better. And it looks better for you guys as well. That one's done. This one here. That one's got the stand. And that. this, that, and one more. Probably underneath is going to be easiest to find it. Come on. There we are. I'm assuming this arm is his. Lovely. There we go. Okay, so that's this sprue lot done. Take this off, and pretty much the rest of this. Am I making it? I've got a fucking duck underneath this thing because I'm using Smo's boom arm basically. It's locked to the table over here. Because I'm using it, I tried to get it in the best way that I can see the screen over here, so I know what you guys are doing. Not hit my head on it, which I keep fucking doing, and still be able to get a decent view of it from my perspective as well. Because I feel like I'm going to need to get quite close to this. Right, very quickly, I'm just going to take my top layer off because it is quite warm. There we go. Twitch, no nips. What are you going to do about that? Alright. I don't know why I keep putting my headphones on. I've got nothing playing. I was thinking of getting like some royalty-free music or something like that in the background, but it was all very, very strange stuff. And that, I'm assuming, goes there-ish? Okay, yeah. And that goes in there. Only the one. Cool, alright. And that's done. I've got my stupidly old files up here, and we're going to sort some of these out. We'll start with the first one. So I'm told, pretty much go over everything that you cut. See, normally I would have like some kind of background music in, because otherwise it's just like dead fucking silent. But the only other option I have is my own shit, and you know, my own music can get a little bit tedious at times. I'm sure you can all agree. But it's the only thing that I won't get fucking hit with a royalty thing, apart from my cover of The Ballad of Bad Jack, which got royalty struck quite quickly. So I've got a little bit more that I can take off here. I'm just going to do that. Hello, Fendronix. Guess listening to yourself in your own music is probably a bit odd to work to. Yes, I think it is, definitely. Tedious for me, but maybe not to you guys. I don't know. I feel like I could probably... There were some things that I've done, especially listening back through it. You know, every time I stream, I listen back to some of the stuff that I've done in the past, and I kind of go, all right, what would work here for a 5-minute slot before we get started? And most of the time, it is just the stuff that I thought I'd never really release. You know, the stuff that's in there now, actually, that I haven't done anything about in ages and ages and ages. The stuff that people have never heard before. It's unlisted, but it's done as a project just in case. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Although, tell a lie, the song that we started off with was... oh man, I've forgotten the actual title of it. The Black Root Broker. There we go. The Blackroot Broker, whenever I get a LARP song that gets up to 1,000 plays, I'll remaster it, because I started doing it with like Annabelle and Alt Named Kazza and those ones, because there was so many of them that just sounded like shit because I did it like on a toaster mic several years ago. And I'm kind of excited for Twill's one. I sent him a message earlier going, hey, guess what? And he's very excited for it. He said he was going to be invited to all the parties. If you're worried about copyright, there's a channel on YouTube called No Copyright Music, as long as you include the credit in your detail thingy, which they provide in the description page for copy and paste, but ultimately it is up to you. That is fair, man. I mean, for stuff like this, do you reckon it's needed? Ah, there we go. I've also... Oh shit, that reminds me. I've also got a big... There it is. Big pack of sandpaper that I'm going to be using. It goes down to... It's the shit stuff. I got it quite cheap, but it goes down to something called extra fine, which I have... I've got no fucking idea. I'm probably going to be using some of this as well. If I could find it. Which one is this? No idea. Which one is this? Well, that's the rough stuff. Alright, well that narrows it down, doesn't it? We'll take some of this. The amount of shit that I just don't use from uni. You know. Fucking ridiculous. Right, let's get a little bit of this and... Where was it? Right here. See, I said I wasn't going to do anything like stupid in terms of detail and that, and here I am using an extra fine sandpaper to kind of scuff up the bottom there. Make it look pretty. Alright, I think that is one piece down. I'll start on this one next, which is going to be quite simple because, you know, it is just the base. Feels weird actually now I think on it. This is the first one I haven't done in a while that isn't like a game. So I'm used to kind of focusing on the main screen and just relaxing and letting whatever happens. But this is very much like extra focus on this, extra focus on that. But we got it covered, I think, so far. So far so good. That barely down, but I know there's some bits that are gonna look like shit. Apologies in advance, but also like I'm not too bothered. I just want to kind of get this model together. I want to get it painted, and we'll just have to see what happens after that. If you fucking hate my guts after it and just, you know what, just stick to games. Ooh, almost. Tell you what. Instead of me putting music on, you put your own music on in background. That way I don't get fucked. That is the smart man's way of getting around this. Because then you don't have to mute it if you don't like it. Such is the life of a gamer indeed. That's what you... Oh, okay, that's what you do anyway. Fair enough then. Nice and easy. I can feel this thing wobbling underneath my fingers, and I'm off again, aren't I? Hang on. Let's just... This seems to be my default position, so let's just put that here. No, see, I did it again, look. There. Come on, can we get a bit of focus? There we are. So I'm just trying to get this a little bit off. Currently listening to Crackle and Spit, you brave bugger. I did enjoy making Crackle and Spit. It was for the Salt of Earth podcast that we did. I say did. We're on a bit of a long ass hiatus from that, but it was the along with Rocky Road to Dublin. Actually, that was for the very was the intro for it. Check it out if you haven't already. If you fancy, you know, listening to me and Smo and a couple of other lovely people from university just chatting absolute shit and going on adventures. There's also some other music that I don't think I've ever released to anybody else. But I need to redo Crackle and Spit actually, because that was just when I just fucking started figuring out how to throat sing. So I think I haven't really done it for a while, so yeah, it's a little bit rusty still, but it was when I just figured it out and I was trying to figure out like ranges and shit like that. My throat's just gone like, what the fuck? Fucking warn us next time, dude. Come on. Where is what? The Salt of Earth podcast? Oh, that's a good question. It's on iTunes and podcast. It's not Podcast Alley. I think is the easiest way to find it is through iTunes. Okay, so these two I would say are kind of relatively done. So we're going to get this and slot it into here until I hear a satisfying click, which means I've broken the plastic. There we are. Okay. It's not terrible, but it's not going all the way in. I feel like, hang on, was there a... No, the bit on the back was its own thing. It's nothing to do with that. This foot has a sizable chunk still on the bottom of it. Oh, fucking off camera again. Dickhead, come on. It's going to take some getting used to, I'll say that at least. It's pretty good. I think there's another bit like right here. Focus. There we go. Oh, we actually fucking did it when I said so. How's about that? Pretty good. Here, one, and oh, there's another one right underneath there. But fuck, there we go. That's looking almost like presentable. Fucking happy days. Alright. Sort that out later. There's a little bit under here that I'm gonna work on. Oh yeah, just in case. I'm gonna type up how you spell Salt of Earth, because it is kind of difficult. Well, the salt is easy, as is the of. There. That's how you spell Salt of Earth. It's a fantasy world that my friend Calvin came up with, and Alistair. I believe they were both DMs, so we got a 2 DM system working in tandem with each other. And they both made this world, this incredible world that I have so far ruined. And actually, I made the character that I made for the campaign is a bard called Styx, who is going to be my next character at Empire, God willing. We get ourselves an event. Okay. So that is, I'd say acceptable. Like, there's one more bit of flash over on here. Okay. My first instinct is just to reach for the knife and just try and cut some of this other flashing off, but no, I think we've done that. So now this goes in. Oh shit, the hammer moved. There. So we have this, and then it is this one. Yep. So we'll pop that one there and one there. Oh my lord. There we go. Holy shit. Nothing's exploded, nothing's on fire. Just, it's all working for us here. Let's pop this up here so you can all see it in its relative, there we go, glory. That is looking pretty fucking spectacular, I'm not gonna lie. Cool. Alright, well, one down. Next one was this one. I think I found it on Spotify. It Styx a half-orc in game. Wow. He's a half-orc in the series, I think, because of the buffs I got to something or other. I believe I remember going through. There was a guide that I went through that basically went through everything that you need to know about being a bard. You know, so I could be the best that I could be character-wise. And it was only after I'd completed it and we'd done a couple of episodes that I look at it and go, half-orc is really, really not good for a bard. So, you know, I just rolled with it. But in Empire, it will be obviously a full orc, because there's no such thing as half-orcs. Which is quite nice. Just get rid of that last bit here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble them all. I'm going to start painting on one, and I'll hear all of your comments and abuse. And then we'll go into the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. You see the camera wobbling, that's just me trying to graze my head off of it lightly without anybody noticing. Yeah, I don't know whether or not I've showed anybody my, well, I'm sure you've seen it a couple of times actually on some other streams, but I can show you my orc if needs be. The original art, I think Smo and I did some brainstorming to try and get the best kind of look for him. And then we kind of put together this costume, a very rough costume, and then sent it to a friend of ours who's not, who wasn't in that campaign, but was one of, it's Alistair's partner. So she made a mock-up of all of the characters, and then I took that mock-up of the character and I used that to try and improve the LARP character. It's quite interesting. Like it's not the easiest way of doing it, but it is a way of doing it, and it worked pretty well. Let's get this off as well. There we go. I think I'm in the easy stages here. This is some famous fucking last words, I'll tell you that for free. Everything but this one up here. So I've got, unlike normal streams, I've got one copy of the stream here, my Streamlabs, where I'm running it all. I also have a copy of Twitch over on this one. Reason being is so I can see how the quality rises or falls as we go. Because I'm always interested. It does look a little bit blurrier than what Source actually is, and that is, I think that's just the limited capabilities of my CPU currently. Just gonna try and pop this down here and it's a bit better. Let's get some more light on it and all. Yeah, it's not bad. Not terrible. Let's pop that in here. I'm going to push it all the way in. There we are. Nice. Next, oh Jesus wept. Just throw it off the table. What's this? Just trying to see if I can get as much as I can without there we go, sanding as much. There we go. Right. There we go. Right. I think there's a little bit on the dagger here. Actually, hang on, can I just get a little bit more off? That's fine. Okay, and that is not too bad. Let's pop that on. Two holes in this that need filling. Lovely. All right, I like how these come together. Oh, there's a little bit on the edge here. Let's just put this down here and It's a lot easier if I just... There we are. Alright. Next is the shield. Oh, that was a bit too much. Whoops. First proper cock up. We can smooth that out. It's fine. In fact, I'll do that now. It's not too terrible. Fuck it. It's what's it? What do we say when there's something? When your kit has something wrong with it and it's quite large and it's weathering. That's it. It's weathering. So I'm just gonna weather up the last of this shield. You can see I went a little bit too hard on this bit. It's left a little edge, along with some hairs as well, which I would say I don't know where I came from, but I know damn well where they came from. I mean, considering I think these were supposed to supposed to file anything really, but I've used them mostly for metal in the past. Okay, we'll call that good enough, and this goes on the back here like that. Okay. Yeah, that's looking damn near close to the picture. And it's got this foot up where the other one isn't. Okay. Pop this down on the base. Well, fuck me, that does look a lot better now, doesn't it? Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Okay. 2 down. What I might do actually is I'll put this one up so you can actually see my hands working with it like up here. I was debating on how I was supposed to have this camera, but you know, it's hard to do. So, alright, let's see. We'll take this all apart again. This is all one piece. So we've got a little bit here. Yeah, that looks tons better. So you're not just looking at the fucking mat. Okay. Down here. And on the sole of the foot, the thing, I don't know what it's called. I'm not going to pretend I know. In terms of Warhammer as well, the game, Warhammer 2, I have been looking at the next possible campaign to do. But I'd like to know what you think a decent campaign would be to do for me. The one I was looking at was Grom and Grom the Paunch, which I've had tremendous fun in on my limited play that I did. Why is it over there now? Fucking stay on me. There we are. I like his ability to make. Well, I'm good with making food anyway, but I like watching how different food ingredients can make different abilities. And other than completely getting rid of the last defenders, which is something I never thought I'd do, and being fucked by Khemri, and some Skaven. I am having a fun time with it. Ooh, what's this here? Is that part of it? I don't think so. Let's take that out. Just a bit of flappy stuff. I'm just gonna... I know I said no knives on stream, but technically if it's not in shot... There we go, that's all I needed. It's a shame Craft's knives should be available to be seen on Craft streams. It would make a lot more sense that way. Because I was thinking if I didn't have these, I'd need to cut them off, the sprues, earlier. And sort it out from there. Okay, so that's that piece done. Next would be the back. It's a sprue and some hair again, somehow. Oh yeah, whilst he's here, I reminded myself that I needed to show you the little, the bird from BioShock Infinite. Smo made me one some time ago. I got it in a care package when we were off from university, and it is adorable. So he's now my little mascot when we're playing BioShock. It's a little songbird. Because I am thoroughly enjoying the BioShock series, well, Infinite series, I should say. And I'm thinking, in terms of replacements, after Infinite is done, we'll do Burial at Sea, all the chapters, because I can remember the original BioShock Infinite quite well. It's the other chapters. It's the Burial at Sea episodes that I can't really remember. I've done them once, but I just can't remember the rest of it. So that's going to be fun to do. And then after BioShock Infinite, I was thinking Mad Max. I've been playing a lot of Rage 2 because it was free on the Epic Game Store. So I thought, fuck it, let's give it a go. I enjoyed the fact that it played a lot like Apex mixed with Mad Max. I realised they're made by the same studio. Avalanche Studios made this. So that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I'm just going to get down here. So I'm thinking a Mad Max playthrough is definitely a good plan. I found a save that I had on there that I haven't played it on this PC yet, but I found a save that obviously does cloud saves. And I've got no idea what I got fucked. Like, I got out of my car and immediately got absolutely bummed. So it's going to be fantastic to play it again. Very much looking forward to it. I also, instead of, well, the replacement. Wow, I keep saying replacement. The next thing that I'll play after the Halo series is probably going to be Subnautica, because I own it. I have, when we had the VR headset at the house, we managed to get into the game, play the game, and dip my head underwater. And then I went, fuck me, I'm going to throw up. So then I didn't play it after that. Okay, let's see. This back piece will go on with the 2 sprues on the back. And that will go in there. Lovely. A couple of pieces I need to touch up on later. push back, unfold legs. Oh, Jesus. And then come back in. Okay. Now, what would come in next? Probably. Yeah, not that. It'll be this first. Oh, shit. Nobody saw that. That's not too bad. Cool. And yeah, I feel like because the Warhammer series is going so well, it went really, really well, and it went for a good 8 or 9 episodes of 2 hours for a few of them, and I think the last one was 3. The one I did before that was 4. So yeah, it seems like you guys like it, and I really enjoy doing it too. So I feel like Wednesdays will stay Warhammer days. And I like the idea of, doing a miniature of each thing immediately afterwards. Like, if I was to do a Skaven campaign, for example, what I'd love to do is that huge fuck off bell. I have yet to come across it in play. I haven't got that far into it, but I know it's a mount. I think that one of the dudes can fucking ring the bell and summon more, I think. I remember watching a Jingles video years and years and years and years ago when the Skaven was announced, and they had this huge press party and people got invited to it, including Jingles, and it was like in this abandoned warehouse that they've made up to look really cool and spooky, and they had loads of PCs set up with copies of Warhammer on it, and it was awesome. Actually, it was pretty fucking cool, and it went into a lot of detail. Warhammer Wednesdays, it's what's for dinner. Fucking right, man. So I feel like maybe a Skaven playthrough would be really, really cool. Oh, god damn it. I've got to get my head lower. But other than that, I think this... Oh no, there's a bit... Okay, that was from below. That was a bit annoying. Let's try that. Prepared for everything for this stream for a good 2 weeks, and yet... Yeah, I've been really looking forward to this. Like, you guys have got no idea. Because I've been wanting to know all this time, is painting minis worth it? Is it exciting, and is it fun for me? Is it something that I would like to kind of make into a thing? And so far, the answer is a resounding yes. There we go. Oh, I did miss a bit. Down underneath here. Although, I don't think I'm probably not going to get myself... Oh, I missed a couple of things. Whoops. I'm not going to get myself Warhammer 3 unless there's something really tantalizing. For example, I think the only reason I got Warhammer 2 was because I saw Tomb Kings were an option and immediately went, oh, I must own them. And then was stupidly disappointed afterwards that you can't actually own them for... Not like for normal level. It's like Lego, I found, Warhammer. Like, there are some things that you can get in a fucking corner store. And then there's other things that are fucking rocking all shit to find. I think we'll start with this one, because I have missed quite a lot. He's looking alright though. He's not too bad. There is a little bit of flash on the foot here, I can get that. Nope, we'll cut it first. There we go, then we get it. Saves 2 years of sanding. Lovely. I always enjoyed painting minis. It can be daunting when you have a ton of them to paint. Small, manageable chunks seem to be the secret. Yeah, that's why I went for this tiny starter set, really, because I'm hoping to Christ. There we go. There's a little divot for it. Oh shit! I haven't done the bases for any of these. Let me sort that out now. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go in there and just do like a full army, unless it was, unless it was a Tomb King's army. But I know the only ones that they really do are like, I think they've gone down to like generic skeletons now, which does suck. I would like the big monsters, really. I think that would be a lot better for me to build. Was it here? There's a little bit in the step. Like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. And then I'll take this one out very quickly. I saw... Oh, shit the bed. We've lost the shield. I saw on eBay, I was watching a Kemrian War Sphinx full set in its box go for, like, I watched it was at 30 quid for 6.5 days. It was on a 7-day auction, and then within the last second I watched it go from like 30 or 40 quid up to about 120, 150, and it's so fucking annoying. I was looking at it going, like, if it doesn't move, I'll watch it for the last 10 seconds, and then, within that 10 seconds, you get in there with a bid or two. But fucking just watching it rocket after, so annoying. I'll be honest, never painting anything ever. All right, fuck. Well, I thought you said what I would have done. I see. Fair enough. Never mind. Right. Let's just sweep this of all the shit. We have now 3 kind of built minis. No glue, no nothing holding it in place. It's just these 3. That's the hard bit down. War Kitty. Yes, it fucking was War Kitty. I just love the way that it fucking bounded towards people like an excited puppy. And then fucking absolutely ruined them. So, what else did you say? I think I moved from Tomb Kings to Empire a few months before those released. Oh, wow. I did a little bit of Empire on the original Total Warhammer game. And I was doing pretty well, actually. I think I liked it for like the crossbows and the artillery and shit like that. Typical me, eh? Eternally cast storms, yes! So, we are going to give it a base coat of... whatever the fuck this is. Retributor armor. Cool. We'll start with this one, because this is the one we started with. I'm assuming you just lift the cap. And then take from the... I'm going by the picture here, so you basically take it from this. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Alright, let's fucking do this. And we're painting absolutely everything. Absolutely. Fucking look at that. Looks like I've got fucking Parkinson's. This is what I've been terrified of, In fact, I'm going to bring this down just a little bit lower so I can keep my hand steady on the bottom here. This is kind of... yeah, I suck at painting. I really suck at painting. So I've been worried, like, okay, I'm happy with building models, but how are you with painting them? So if we start off with something big like the shield, that it's not too difficult for me to fuck up. Hold my beer. From the inside, he lidbid. Lid. Oh god. Lidbit. Oh, the lidbit. Oh Jesus, I'm so sorry, man. I had a little bit of a stroke trying to process that shit. It's just the way my brain works, I guess. That's kind of the thing that I've been. Oh shit, I missed a bit of flashing. Bollocks. That is kind of the excuse, I guess you could say, that I've been using for so long. Is a small amount of paint on a brush and give it a good brushing. 2 or 3 thin coats are superior to 1 thin coat. Okay, gotcha. Very quickly, I don't know whether or not this will help or hinder, but I'm just going to take this little bit off. There we go. It's okay, I typoed. That's fine, man. I still tried to make sense of it. There we go. And something just popped up for me as well. I'm not too sure what it was. Oh, cool. Never mind. Something entirely different. Okay. Jesus. So, some thin coats. I've got a little cup of water here as well. Just in case, do you reckon the first coat should be a bit watered down, or shall I not bother with that too much? Including the base. Okay, cool. I'm going back on the picture that I can see in the corner as well. Kind of feel like it needs a bit of water, but at the same time, I don't think it needs it. I'm very... I've got no idea. 2 or 3 thin coats are superior to 1 thin coat. What? I was just... Oh, did I say it wrong? Oh, fuck's sake. Fucking, yeah, quote me on that. Why not? Okay, so that's the first thin-ish coat for the shield. I'm sure I'll come back and do more of that, but... Oh, Jesus. Stop it. There we go. Let's get the hand now. Oh, hang on. Somebody told me I can zoom. Yeah, because this camera that we're using here is Smo's. It's called the Razer Kio. And it's got a little light built in here that we can use if needs be. That's actually stupidly helpful. And I was thinking it has a zoom feature, but I'd need to install the Razer app for that, but not really about that life. Not today, at least. Probably should have thought about it beforehand, but anyway. Mostly it's suggested that you keep your paints thin with a bit of water and give a nice thin, even coat. For base coating though, likely won't need to water it down. Personally, I spray the minis with a black spray, but I see. Like, so you prime it first. You externally. That makes sense. Can you all see that all right as well? Is that okay? Just going to get a little bit of water on now. Just... Now, I've seen some people say that you should paint the bits of the minis that you can't easily get to when the model's on before you put it all together. And I'm saying this now after I've put it all together. Would that have worked better for me? Or do you think that would have been more of a hindrance? Oh, fuck. I'm trying to stabilize like my finger on the side here, but I just keep taking bits of paint off, and that's never really good. It is quite difficult, actually. Fuck, to get a... I know there's a little block that you can normally get. Hang on. Let's improvise here for a second. I've got these clamps. It's something. It's not great, but it's something. Yeah, it's really not great. Okay. Let's see. Let's keep going. Oh, it's on the wobble a little bit. The painting handle thing. Old school method. Wine cork and blue... I don't have a wine cork, and this thing's not really working for me. I don't even have any fucking blue tack. Balls to it. We'll just keep going as we are. And we'll see how we do, really. I'm trying to think of which view, actually, is better for viewing. Obviously, the up close and personal one up here is going to be alright, but then I feel like the other one that's kind of looking at the desk is not bad as well. I can't really tell. Obviously, doing all this shit like a couple days ago, trying to get it all perfect and that, and then having to wait. I pretty much finalized this shit immediately after the Warhammer stream. I'm sorry, the Bioshock stream. Well, that tip bit's going to be blue, but it needs painting anyway, so... train a small squirrel to hold it. That would be impressive. However, as you could probably hear by the fact that I'm very close to a main road, don't really get that many squirrels around, and the landlord doesn't allow pets. And it would be a fucking difficult thing to try and convince my landlord that we got a squirrel so it can hold my miniatures when I paint them. Yeah, he's probably not going to buy that. Fuck, I wouldn't buy that. Like, what kind of shit are you smoking? Because I would like some. Right. I think this is the only thing that I'm not too keen on for this set. Like, it didn't really come with any instructions. And I know this is, you know, it's not a man's thing to fucking read the instructions or whatever, but that's all bullshit. Sometimes you really just have no fucking idea what the fuck you're doing. And you could benefit from reading some instructions. The good news is, though, there's plenty of videos on YouTube that already go through this set especially. I'm getting it all over my sodding fingers. If you could pay rent in nuts, then it would be a tenant. That's a good point. I would absolutely adore the look on my landlord's face after this pandemic to go, Steve, I'm using a different name because his name's not really Steve, but I'm using a different name to protect his anonymity. I would like to pay you in nuts this month. I hope that's all right. And he'll say, there's a pavement with your name on it. And you can go there as much as you like. And you can go back into your flat when you pay me in fucking money. honestly, our landlord's a fucking legend. I love him. He's the kind of dude who comes in with all of our like LARP stuff and our skulls and shit, and he's just like, "Alrighty, I dig it. And then has to pre-warn anyone who comes in for like an inspection that we're a bit nutty. Oh, for future reference as well, should I have glued these models together? Would that have made much of a difference? I guess I'd really only have to glue things when they're close to an edge or slippy or constantly falling off. Like this shield, I might have to glue that if needs be. But so far, I'm not really struggling, but it is a little bit hard. Like I didn't really think it was going to be this difficult, and we're only just doing the base coat, so fucking go figure. And how I'm supposed to deal with the rest of this shit. I guess this is what this is all about, just trying to figure out if it's for me. Not sure how to start ones fit together. Most minis are glued, but if those are like a clip in and done, I mean, they take a little bit of force to get in, so I'm not too concerned about them coming out, but some of them are shallower than the others. But we'll see, I think, is pretty much the ultimate thing. I didn't know if it was common practice already or what, but now that I know they probably mostly are, then we'll know that for next time. After the next Warhammer series. Shallow, that's Stormcast for you, no pass. See, that's the thing. I've got no idea what this character actually is. I've not got into anything 40k. I've tried to, but I just can't. I've not gotten into any of the real lore behind the game. The Total War game, I should say. Although Steve and I did that stream on Vermintide 2. I still have that installed, but we haven't played it since. I don't know, maybe it's me. I have missed an entire leg here. I might have to go back and... Oh, shit. How am I going to get behind the shield? Oh, Jesus. I mean, it's gold. But, fuck. I mean, I'm glad I kind of said at the start I am a very beginner with no good painting experience, because fuck me. This looks, well, in my eyes, it looks pretty atrocious. Can't really get any further back in there, so some of it's just going to have to be whatever fucking colour this is again. Retributor armour. I probably should have painted them before. Oh, God. Just going through and finding all the pieces that I forgot about or missed. Okay, that's looking... I mean, there are some bits for a first pass. Not that bad. It's very shiny. I wasn't expecting it to be this shiny. But for a first pass, not bad. Stormcast, after my main main game playing days. I think they're like spiritual warriors of the Empire's first emperor, who died long ago. Okay. Actually, no. Don't fucking worry. If I worry about the base is going to be painted Rhinox hide anyway, so I should probably just leave that and try and work on the second coat again. Hello there. Hey, how you doing? You're just in time to see me absolutely fucking balls this up somehow. I don't know how. Let's just like fucking dunk it in the water or some shit, but I have no idea. Done well for the first one. Oh, thank you, man. Hang on. Wait, should I leave the first one to dry, then start on it again? Because this is just kind of run... Yeah. That's a silly question, really, isn't it? Let's go for this one with his fucking wonky-ass shield. Okay. You should probably just do this anyway. Oh. Depends how much paint you've used. I mean, the first one was quite thick. So, I want it known now, just by you, so I don't get any shit. This is the first ever time I've done a Warhammer mini painting. So, it's not that I'm inexperienced in painting. I have done some painting before. Just nothing on this scale. And nothing quite like this. I'm trying to think the last thing I properly the last thing I properly painted was my cannon for my last university project. In fact, actually, let's plan ahead here. Take the shield off. Leave it down there, so we painted the first little bit. Leave that to dry, then get the backside. Fucking thinking about this. You'll get it next time we play Sea of Thieves. When would you like to play Sea of Thieves again, my dude? Because I am rip-roaring, ready to go. I can't do anything tonight. I've got a different D&D game on tonight, but I am more than happy... Jesus, how did that get there? More than happy to play some more at some point very soon. Fucking, I'm realising my voice is getting stupid low as well. I apologise for that. It's when I'm concentrating. I turn into an ASMR artist and just fucking... Hang on, just put this right here and just be like, yeah, okay, we're going to paint this shit real nice, like, yeah. I'm actually going to leave this here, though, fuck it. You play Civ 5 on what? This now I saw you playing Civ 5 last week, and I thought, why the fuck are you playing Civ 5 and not playing Civ 6? There was the original thought of the mods. Some of the mods on Civ 5 are tons better than Civ 6. But then I've spunked an awful lot of hours into Civ 5 as well. Pocatello was my favourite. His Shoshone warriors, especially showing up at the very last edge there, the industrial era, were fantastic. But yeah, why Civ 5 over Civ 6, just in general, if you don't mind me asking? Lekmod, alright. Oh no, Daddy, Captain Daddy, my Meridian was... Oh, shit the bed. That tickled me pink right there, man. I'm trying to keep this as like fucking runny as possible, but it's alright. So Lekmod is the reason, that's fair. I would play more Civ 5, but I've kind of gotten a bit used to Civ 6 at this point. Like, I'm used to the fact that your builders won't last forever. Although some of the, I don't know why, for reasons unknown, at some point recently, I was just going through all the sound files for, like, Civ 5. just like hearing all of like the someone stole a wonder from you sound and shit like that, and it brought me way back. I used to do a lot of YouTube videos about Civ 5, like full playthroughs. I would randomize and then just go with whoever I got. The last one I remember getting was Poland. I did a wonderful Let's Play series on it, which took about 8 or 9 episodes. I was still in uni, so obviously it was something for me to do on my time off. But every single fucking one of them got copyright struck because I left the in-game music on. Which is one of the reasons why I'm terrified of streaming Civ 6. Well, I'd love to stream Civ 6. It's brilliant fun. Let's get some more water in the top there. Because Martin, you might see him on here every once in a while as Blue Frog. He invites me whenever we do. They do some Civ 6. It's great fun. Great fun. I can't be fucked to learn Civ 6 when it's not that much better from what I've heard. I mean, it is in some degrees. There are some things that are better in Civ 5 than there are in Civ 6. Trust me, I've done my fucking research on this. When Civ 6 was announced, I originally looked at that and went, ugh, districts? The fuck? Ugh. You know, and it took me a long... Ooh, what the fuck is that? A long-ass time for me to kind of figure out, okay, this might be worth investing some time into. And then as soon as I got in, I looked behind at Civ 5 and went, nope, not anymore. My group has a spreadsheet that keeps track of games. One of the categories is wonder cucking. Beautiful. I'm trying to remember some of... I love the fact that sometimes you could build like pyramids into the water. That was always fun. Wait, hang on. Yeah. I feel like I'm a bit loud. I'm just going to turn that down a bit. There we go. That should be a little bit easier. I was just seeing myself peaking like fuck for most of it, so hopefully that should help. Hey, and you're following as well. Thank you, dude. I saw a couple of... actually, there's a point. Dino Wookie also followed this morning, pretty much after I put the post up in the chat and in the Discord. Which is nice of him. Or her, I'm not too sure. I've never really talked to Dino Wookie. Oh shit, shouldn't be painting the bit where the sprue goes. I'm trying to think. I remember Civ 5. Oh yeah, shit. The one thing I remember about Civ 5, which was fantastic, was some of the music. The English at peace music. The first time where I went onto fucking YouTube and looked that shit up, it brought me to fucking tears, man. I vow to thee thy country, done in that way, was just phenomenal. And there's only one other time that I've cried like that listening to music, and that was at something that we have over in Hatfield called what's it called? It's in Hatfield Park, and they have like a band playing old school music and jazz and swing, and then it kind of goes into the last bits where it brings up this huge fucking Union Jack on the screen, and there's a Spitfire flyover and shit like that. It's a really nice, really good time. I've been twice, I think, and they had like a 100-gun salute or something like that. Not like our Poxy 4. And you can't even fucking fire animals out of it and all. Well, if you want to play some Civ 5, let me know. I play with another big book guy. Is it bad I know exactly who the fuck you're talking about? I think I sold him my old tent as well, my fixer-upper. I wonder how that is, actually, now I think on it. I remember forgetting, like, I sold it to him and then I forgot, like, the huge centre pole. No, not the centre pole. It was the pole at the front, the door pole. So we used a stick, and then it absolutely pissed it down, and he got soaked, and I felt fucking super guilty. I think that's kind of good for this for now. I'm gonna flip this over and paint the backside because big brain. Luckily, this next one does not have a shield, so we don't have to worry about that. And anything that, I mean, this is my new-ish cutting mat. It's not really been heavily used. I used it a little bit for the project before, so it's not too bad if I get paint on it. Sentinel and Torn has shouted, "Gold!" Indeed, we're doing all of these fuckers gold. To start with, at least. Priming. There we go. Right. Where do we start with this dude? Face! Gold. It is, yeah. It's a base coat. And I'm following the instructions here that say you fucking coat everything with this bastard until absolutely everything is covered, including the base. But the base then immediately goes to Rhinox hide, so I'm kind of iffy about it. That's kind of what I'm following in terms of instructions and how to paint the particular bits and bobs. That's kind of what I'm going by. I'll also be using the pictures on the front. That might help out quite a lot as well. But, you know, as long as we all lower our expectations collectively, I think we'll all be better off. Because I've done one coat, I guess, of everything. And yes. I was looking on eBay for Tomb King's models and shit like that. I've done it again, look. Yeah, I was looking on eBay for Tomb King models, and I found one of a War Sphinx, and I saw it. It was fantastic, but it had in brackets poorly painted, and I was looking at the job, and I was like, well, that's not too bad. That's pretty fucking nice. I mean, but this dude who was selling it was adamant that it absolutely looked like horse shit, hence the low price. And I'm just... It's kind of demoralizing knowing that I have the painting skills of a slightly out-of-date walnut. But, you know, to have things be next to fucking worthless because of the way that they've been painted is... Like, acetone exists. Surely we could just take that shit off. Yeah, those boxes are terrible direction. I'm glad I am not the only one who's thinking that. Thank you, dude. Fucking helping me out big and proper like. Remember to thin your paints. I'd recommend a mixing palette. I do actually have a mixing palette here somewhere. Oh, shit. Where did I put it? I can't find my old school mixing palette. Oh, wait, no. I fucking canned it when I left the course. I remember putting a load of shit in a big old bonfire. I tell you what, we might as well fucking just use this. I'll use the actual thing here, so we'll get a bit of water all over the place because I am a fucking idiot. And then we'll pour a little bit of paint in there. And we'll use that to thin it down. I'll just go and get myself something to clean that little bit of water up. Oh, Jesus. Ow. Oh, no. No, my legs. Oh. also need encouragement, so I've got myself some chocolate raisins. Oh, there we go. Oh, Jesus, fuck. Okay, let's have a look. Tomb Kings, good luck with that. Yep, I know. We just finished the campaign last week. So I thought, in my naivety, that it would be possible for me to get some Tomb Kings minis, but they are fucking rocking horse shit level rare. Okay, this is actually going on quite a bit better for a first... I was going to say draft, that's the wrong... I mean, it's quite watered down still, so... Fuck it. We'll work with it. It's the time it takes to fix some of the Vanguard. Oh, it's the time it takes to fix the problems. I see. So that's why it's such a low price, because it's going to take time, paint, and effort to make it look presentable again. Some of Van Gogh's best work were done by an out of date. No, oh yeah, that's true, I guess. But Van Gogh's not a fucking walnut. He's Van Gogh. Oh Jesus. Acetone exists, but you have time to do so, and the cost of said acetone and the knowledge that knowing no one will want it because of the paint job makes a huge difference. I mean, I would happily have anything Tomb King as long as I had it, you know? I think there was someone selling 3D printed copies of Tomb Kings because they're so fucking rockin' horse shit rare. I would kind of... I mean, I've worked with 3D printed shit before, and it is hard. As long as you sand it, and you fill in the bits where it's obviously gone through the machine, then I'd say it's pretty good to go. There are some great YouTube tutorials by Army Painter on their YouTube channel. I really should have done a bit more research into this before I started, to be honest, because oh god, I could have saved everybody so much time. Just be like, look, I'm a bit shit, but here's what this person told me. Which, honestly, I thought I'd already said, but meh. Yeah, I think that should be a disclaimer for anything I do, really. I'm not very good. Unless it's, like... I think there's a few games that I think I'm actually very, very good at. Original Star Wars Battlefront 2, where my online stats were, like, through the fucking roof. And I think for a while, before we left the current house I was in, like, the top 100 online ranked. Which I'm pretty fucking proud of. The second one would be a game called Cossacks, which I think I've streamed once or twice on here, but nothing recently. Cossacks European Wars was absolutely my shit growing up. I wasn't allowed new gen war games because my dad was currently serving in Afghanistan. So he was kind of like, why the fuck would you want to, why would you want to play this when I can go out and see it and it's nothing as glamorous as your games and blah, blah, blah. Typical shit like that. So I couldn't play any of that stuff. So 17th and 18th century warfare shit, I and he was more than fine with. That and... Oh, God, what else? I think those were the only two, really, that I can remember that I was actually kind of good at. Maybe Binding of Isaac, but I've not done anything like professionally with it. And maybe Apex, because I am getting slightly better. I did some research actually on controllers. I put up a post on my Facebook saying my red controller is fucked, and I need a different one, or a replacement. And loads of people came up with really cool solutions and that. But then I found my other PlayStation 4 controller that I completely fucking forgot about. And that's been working fine since. So I'm going to kind of use that for a little bit. Until that dies, and then I'll find another one. Let's see. I'm just going to go through all these. By the way, when I heard Gold Primer, I was assuming you were using Gold... Oh, geez. Try and pronounce this one, Sam. I'm pretty fucking dyslexic, right? This is a difficult thing. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that word. I don't know what the fuck it is. Using gold. Though with that base coat, don't be surprised on paint bill. That's fair. I'm not doing this for a phenomenal result. I'm doing this because it's kind of fun. Stein L Res. Where's it gone? Steinal Res. Gold Steinal Res. Okay, fair enough. Another bit of advice I was told with smaller brushes to use less pressure, otherwise it will bend the bristles. I've been fucking trying so hard. I use an awful lot of pressure when I'm doing this, so forgive me. This is touch dry now, so let's get started on the second coat. A friend who finished with the hobby passed his Tomb King models onto me in case I found them at home or for use in D&D binnies. I think they're up in the loft. I doubt there's much or well painted, but I can have a look. That would be incredible, Vendrenix. I would fucking love to see what your friendo gave you. That sounds awesome. You've got yourself a little treasure trove up there, mate. I was hoping, there's a good friend of mine works in a Warhammer shop, and I was asking him recently about the Tomb Kings and why they haven't been redone, and the main reason is just because they've already done it once. They don't see a need. Unless there's a huge demand for it, no one will fucking go for it. Which is a real fucking shame, because some of the models that came in on the game are phenomenal. Let's get a little bit in there. But then some of the sculpts that they did from years and years and years ago are just a little bit wank. And I hope I'm all right in saying that, but yeah, they just were a little bit wank. But then that was old school Warhammer, and now it's moved so much. I'd love to see a bit more done, a bit more love with the Tomb Kings, just in general, really. I'm slowly going through your comments as we go, so if I've got a little bit of knowledge or conversation to go with each one, forgive me if I just kind of spurt off. Doing a bit of a hefty, get one question, spend 15 minutes on it, and then lose complete track of where you are in the stream. Use bongos as a controller. I have seen someone do that. When I used to work in CEX, I was the head tester in the Hatfield branch, and our go-to game to test things with was Modern Warfare 2, because you could run the pit quite easily, and you could do it in about 30 seconds. I think I got ours down to, there was a small leaderboard on some receipts that was, if you did it in pretty good time, fucking write it up. And then at the end of the year, I think I provided people with a little gift or present or voucher or whatever. Something to kind of help people go test faster. And I remember getting in a GameCube with the Donkey Kong bongos. And immediately I went, I'm going to have a fucking wild ride doing this. And they were so fucking stupid. I absolutely hated testing those bongos because it's just an A and B button, right? That somebody's decided it'd be a fun idea to put on something that you can hit. And obviously the person who was doing it has hit it so many times that the buttons no longer fucking register. So, it's also quite I just had to stop there for a second. It's quite windy outside, so every once in a while you might hear a slight Wookiee kind of sound coming from my right-hand side, and that is the window frames. They let a little bit of air in. It sounds a bit like a Wookiee. So yeah, not going to use the fucking bongos. Bongos are silly. I'm sure they work brilliantly for, what was it, the Donkey Kong game that it came with, but fucking useless for everything else. Original Battlefront 2 was the best. It fucking was. I used to play it on PS2, and I got a 10-meter Ethernet cable to plug directly into the router so I can get uninterrupted play. I used to work an awful lot. 12 till 3, 5 till 9:30. So it was just around the corner from me. It was a pub where I just used to do pot wash and shit. So I would play Battlefront from like 10 till 12, or 10 till 10:45. Then come back for my break, have a bit of lunch, play some more, and then go back to work. And I used to do that on pretty much the entire summer, where I just fucking... It was a fantastic time. I really enjoyed that time. I'll never get it back, but being pretty good at a particular game is actually quite nice as well. Like, looking at yourself on a leaderboard online after, when someone says you're not that good, and going, I'm trying to remember what the what is the... It's not Game Freak, that's Pokemon. There was a dude in a green cap, or green hat, black glasses as a logo for the online service. Game something, I can't remember. Steinores is a company that does some really good paint on airbrush primer. I see. Okay. I would honestly have just used a can spray primer because I am cheap. I know it really won't do that much of a good job because obviously the particles from a spray can are going to be a lot heavier because it's supposed to be for big shit. Unless you get a spray primer for like small shit, then it won't be as much. And you actually tried to use the fucking... you tried to use the tangent train on me. How fucking dare you? I mean, you're not wrong. I like going off on tangents. It keeps me focused on what I'm doing, really. And it also provides a nice little story that you probably would have never heard. Because if I'm playing a game, it's all about that narrative, right? But I don't really get the opportunity to tell many stories. I thought you were going to say you were so sticky. Oh, God. Oh, smeared in jam. Oh. Wookiee noise is not Kazza. No, not Kazza. Kazza is dead and gone, unfortunately. We do not speak of her like that. Yeah. I'm trying to go through this. The water in here has turned like a very rusty colour. I'm not too sure why that is, but I'm wary of it. So I'm kind of gonna try and thin this out as much as I can. Let me know if the camera goes funny or something like that, and I'll try and fix it as best I can with what I've got. Because I think this is looking pretty good so far. I might have to come over here and do this. I'm kind of impressed. Like, I spend an awful lot of time doubting myself and saying, "Oh, you'll never be able to do that," and I do that an awful lot, both in real life and in LARP. And seeing this kind of come together real slow like, and even though, you know, it's not the best, I'm still sticking with one color right now, but I'm hoping that with more colors in the future it will get a little better, and I'll feel better about it. So yeah. I was hoping as well that I could talk about the interview that I did with the Imperial War College. It should have come out by now, but I've not seen it yet. I'm hoping Kai knows what he's doing. He's put out a Dornish one, but not the Navari one, so if you do want a bit of a laugh, I would say that is a pretty fucking funny podcast episode to listen to, because I was just chatting the stupidest amount of shit. Just for $4.99 with postage and packaging, you can see more colours. I wouldn't even charge that much. Okay, I'm going to pop more colour on the back. Now, the shield back doesn't look like it has anything to it. In fact, the shield back on the picture doesn't actually have any colour on it. So maybe I'm fucking overdoing this. In which case, pop that back down there, and I'll pop this over here. And we'll get started on the last... I started listening to the Imperial War College, but the early ones are just readings of the rules. Yes, they are. I believe Kai's intention is kind of to try and get it so... well, from what I got from the episode that we did, it's very much along the lines of... this is what most people in a nation would think about a certain thing. Like, most of the questions were about what do you think of Navari tactics, and what do you think, like, what are your healers like, what's your main focus? And I listened through the proofreading episode of it, like, in full, and there was so much. He did such a good job of trying to shut me up. Because I think it was like a 2.5 hour call, and he had to put it down to an hour episode, and I waffled like fuck. Chaos is the answer to all of those. You're absolutely fucking right. There is only the illusion of cohesion. It did bring on some really interesting questions that I'm not going to go into, because you're just going to have to listen to the podcast when it comes out, and when it does come out, we will discuss it afterwards. I feel like that would be the best thing to do. Navarre's signature blob method. Well, I think I remember talking about the Wintermark's fabled donut. Because I was in that battle. I was commanding in that battle. That was like fucking hilarious. Me and a good friend of mine called Brad, who's in Urzin. We basically I remember taking off my mask and noticing it was him, and then we just had a nice little natter before the players came onto the field, and when they did, we just put our masks back on and just saw that entire thing happen. We were waiting in the back, just kind of waiting for the command. Oh man, that was so fucking fun. So fucking fun. This is not sticking. Why is this not sticking? Let's put on a slightly thicker coat. Like, that should help, and then go through here and try and level it out. Okay. There we are. Yeah, when the refs told us to move back because people were getting crushed, yeah, that's never really good. I've had that happen once or twice before in the woods, and it is actually, being on the receiving end and on the opposing end, it is fucking terrifying, you know? It's not really something that... It kind of brings you OC. And that's, you know, it's not something that you really want in a battle. But it does. Like, it puts this real sense of fear into you that normally you wouldn't feel. Because to the most of your knowledge, you're actually in control of the situation. But when you're getting fucking crushed or bum rushed, like there's 40 or 50 different people trying to go through one direction and people are pushing and shoving and all that shit, it fucking scares people. Makes me IC and OC think the Wintermark don't know what they're doing. No shit! It's not that they don't know what they're doing. I feel like it's just like people panic. And when people panic, they'll lose their minds a little bit. I'm looking at this now. I've done 2 relatively good coats. And I'm thinking it's good. It's good to go. So I am actually going to leave the gold. And we'll move on to the next colour. Which will be Rhinox hide. Which is... this. Let's stand still while a highly mobile enemy... Mate, it happens to Navarre as well. It's mostly people will see it and then the generals will, you know, try and come up with some kind of strategy. But in that case, it does take a little bit of time to get one kind of sorted. Most of the time, you just got to kind of roll with it. That's why I started really shouting some commands. And greenhorns, especially when in this kind of situation, will listen to anyone, I have found. Oh, it's more of a kind of a muddy brown. That's interesting. Alrighty. So this is the base. So I'm just going to try and... Oh, no, we're good. I knew it was going to happen. I know Dawn hate us because we fuck off and don't hold lines. Well, we're not line holders. That's not our job. We are the go in, fuck 'em up, go back. And it can be the newbies in Dawn, it can be the experienced generals in Dawn, it could be anyone. But when anybody kind of sees the Navarre push in and push out, they shouldn't expect us to stay because they're staying. We're not line fighters, we're skirmishers. And that's where we excel. And I think that's kind of what I had to try and say during the podcast as well. Like, I won't spoil too much, but you have to give a little bit of advice to anyone who is in Dawn, who is listening. So, yeah, I think I was quite... Oh, you'll have to see. From what I hear, they don't neither do that. Well, they do. They got the clank for it. I just don't think they've got the morale for it. A bit more... Some do. There are some very good Dawnish line fighters that I know. And some of them do a phenomenal job of keeping morale and holding people there. But it all really does come down to greenhorns, I feel. And nothing bad against them. Greenhorns is what I would say are new players. They just need the experience. And what better way to experience stuff than getting absolutely clusterfucked? Trial by fire tends to be a really good way of doing most things, so why not line fighting? Obviously, Dawn don't really, from my own knowledge, Dawn don't do much practice. Like, the Navarre have national training. Wintermark have whatever the fuck they do with their training. As far as I know, Dawn does not. I mean, it's got the glory square, but that's not really for training. That's, you know, they've got their own thing going on, and that's that's just something that we got to work with, not against. I don't really want to fight with the Black Scar anymore. Do you not? Why is that, man? Is it the I thought the Black Scar was the the elite unit, the one that most people kind of really wanted to go for. And come on, man, it's not like therapy hour. We can discuss this shit. I'm more than happy to like fucking just chill out here and talk LARP for however long I'm going to keep doing this. I really don't know. It is just going up to the 2-hour mark where I'd normally stop, so we'll see. I might do all the bases on this and then just do everything else next week. We'll see. So that is not terrible. It's all the way around at least, as far as I can see here. There are some bits of gold shining through, but I'm sure there would be. Okay, cool. From my experience, we just stand at the back. Well, mate, from my experience, we just stand at the back as well. That's why we formed the Navarchers. Navarchers, basically the dudes who just go around the back and try and fuck everybody else. I thought that would have been a darker colour. Same. It looks like a darker colour, but Rhinox hide apparently is like a brown... It's mud, really. That's what they're trying to say. It's oh, Lord. It's mud. It's not a bad thing. I mean, I'm fine with doing mud. I'm probably thinking now I should do a watered down version of it. Get a bit more water in there to get into these cracks, because there's a lot of texture on this base. I am kind of tempted to try and pull the model off and then do the base and then put it back down again, but you know what, fuck it. We're experimenting here today. Let's try that. And I will, because the heat from my hands is starting to pull some of the stuff off. So let's try very carefully. Well, nothing broke. Nothing broke. And this is my old chair still, so I don't really care too much about that. A little bit of pressure. It's stuck to the tissue, but we are fine. That is off at the feet. This is going to make it fuck ton easier. Yes! Why didn't I do the bases before I put everything else down? That would have been fucking so much easier. See, my way of doing stuff, especially when it comes to painting, is think how to make it easier, not how to make it better. And that has got me in a lot of trouble before. Yeah, the Black Scar being at the back, though. I was under the impression that they are the elite, kind of like the elite monstering unit of Navarre. But, oh yeah, actually, yeah, the elite player unit. ELU, if you will. Oh, as a note from what I have found in my loft, they are not in the best nick, and they are the original models from the battle box. Oh, wow. You fucking lucky devil. You actually just go up in your loft and find that shit? That is fantastic, dude. Thoughts process. Let's use this. Okay, so my thought process here is I've got this in here, so it doesn't really move around that much. And I can paint around it with no issues. It keeps it held to the bottom. And I can twist it as well a little bit. I know it's not really that good to look at, but... it's alright. It's not bad. We'll leave that to dry for a bit. We'll put that over there next to it. Now, Can I do the same with this? It is still... Oh, God, it is still drying. So, slowly... Oh, this one's only got the one on, so that makes it a lot easier. Cool. Yeah, dude, you've got yourself a bit of a treasure trove there. I'd fucking... Oh, shit, the bed. I don't even know why I've got my headphones on. Oh, wait, so it's I can hear the sound alerts and shit like that. They should all still be working, so... Yeah, you've got yourself a variable treasure trove up there, dude, and I'd absolutely fucking adore to paint them or just to have them, you know. I was trying to get oh god. That's why yeah. That's why I was terrified of saying anything. Because I knew that I'd be doing something really fucking detailed and then a quack would come out of fucking nowhere and scare the shit out of me. Let's just try and get this a bit wetter. Bit more wetter. I don't even know what the fuck that is over here, but let's pick this up and bring this up to you guys. Fucking dabbing on my stream and all. I'm gonna have fucking serious words next time we're playing Sea of Thieves, dude. It does look pretty good wet. Like, it looks just like muddy and kind of a mixture in with a bit of blood. I don't know if that's just me and my fucked up head, but I don't know, it looks kind of nice. It's a good colour. I enjoy this. This is nice. Okay, let's see. I hope as well... I would like some feedback on this before we stop off, but at the top of the screen up there, we've got the recent followers, the recent people who have donated, and the goal, right? The only reason I've got the recent people who've donated thing is because that is from my other screen that I've not yet used, and I'm hoping to Christ... that it's all right up there. I put it up there because it's an awful lot of space to try and fill with two cameras. And I really don't know what else can go up there, but for now I'm hoping that's all right and not too distracting or pretentious. I think that's the main issue that I was coming across as oh, look what's going on up here, blah, blah, blah. And, like, nobody will give that much of a shit. Oh, this is still wet. Why did I do this? You were a fool, sir. Where did I just get there? I didn't do that with the other one, did I? No, I didn't. Oh, shit, the bed. That's the mic. Let's pop that down there. Pop this one in. Yeah, we didn't do the room at all. Let's do the room. You can have them if there's any way of getting them to you, though. I doubt it's something you'd want to transport from Empire. Oh, mate, we hire a car from Empire. And usually we get one that's fucking massive anyway. It used to be a lot bigger. Like, we would be getting almost a 4x4 each time because the canvas tent that we had before is huge and ridiculous. But the one we got now, it's phenomenal poly canvas. Originally, I think a lot of people were quite skeptical when we put it up, because they'd be like, right, what's that? They get far away and they'd be like, oh, cool, it's a tent. And then they get close and they'd just be like, wait a minute, this doesn't look right. Pop some more on there as well. Get this out. But yeah, we got tons of space in the car, mate. If you want to bring it to Empire, please do. I would fucking absolutely adore it. I'm going to try and take this out again. Ooh, yeah, because this one came with a block. Come on. There we go. Hey, it's still alive. Excellent. All right. Now, memory serves. Yeah, that's the one with 2, so that stays over there. That goes over there with 1. And then I'll paint this just a little bit. I didn't miss much, but... it's not too bad. He is a simple man. He enjoys 2 colours. Shut up. Out of 6. I'm kind of impressed, actually, that it only takes 6 colours for these. When I was originally looking for models to grab, there was, like, I think 3 that I could have. One of which was, like, constantly out of stock. And it was the Space Marine one. And I just thought, okay, cool. That, Space Marine's standard thing to try and paint Warhammer minis with. But I don't know when it's going to be in stock. So next thing were like Wraiths. And they did look very cool. The models were very nice, but they looked difficult. I think that's the word I'm trying to get to. Yeah, they looked difficult. So I thought, no, fuck it. It's got to be these. And now I'm actually kind of glad that I got these ones because they are very nice. So, what we've so far done is 2 and a bit base coats. And currently, oh, that's not it. Where'd I put it? Here it is. 1 coat of Rhinox hide. But for most of it, I don't really think it needs any more. I mean, this one's very wet, so I'm fucking just gonna leave that for now. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Streamlabs picked up on someone trying to post a link. Oh dear. I fucking love Streamlabs sometimes. It really does pick out, like, the old stuff of, oh, you want to be famous? Oh dear. So many coats. What are they, Suak? Are you asking for a slap? Because that's how you ask for a slap. Oh my lord. Just having a look at... oh, right. Okay, cool. So it just gone a little bit funny. Cool. It's if we have the space as well, but I'm good at fitting things into our convoy. Just have to find a way of packing them safely so you don't get any more damage. That would be super appreciated, man. I'd love that. Thank you so much. If it's too much of a bastard child, let me know beforehand, mate, and I'll organise a courier. Yeah, so we've done 2 coats of gold, 1 coat of brown. I'm just going to be blatant with it. Oh, I think I missed a bit. No, that's just a light. Never mind, we're good. I think, given that I thought I was going to be done, I might call it here, simply because it gives me a little bit of time to clean up. It gives me time to get some food. And then we can do this again next week. So we've done... yeah. We did that, and that, and then this, and with the Rhinox hide. Next would be black. And that would be like the sleeves and the belt. I'm not too sure. I mean, it's something to lead off with, the real detailed shit. Where does the flesh even... Oh, right, that's what... Okay. It's difficult to go by the box. But anyway, I think that is actually where I will call it for today. Thank you guys for rocking up. I recommend investing in some washes as well. They are really good. Yes, I'm hoping the Abaddon Black with a nice bit of water will definitely help us out. These are not fancy models. I'm sure they'll be fine. Yes, I'm sure they will be too. Thank you guys. Yeah. Fucking A. Did pretty good. Not bad stuff. And it gives us something to do next week. Next week, if I can get these finished... quote unquote, I feel like I could probably get them finished. I mean, instead of painting the entire model twice, six-ish times, it'll only be the detailed bit. So I reckon I could probably get it done next week. And with that in mind, yeah, we'll do this next week, and then we'll have to decide next week actually on the next campaign to do, because Yeah, all right. We'll call it there. Thank you guys for rocking up, and I'll hopefully see you all really fucking soon. Bye-bye.